Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. And thank you, as always, for checking out these readings. So this week we're going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot. All right, Cancer, I pulled Eternal Youth and I thought, ooh, yay, things are changing for Cancer. It's going to be good. And then you pull Impatience. Don't do that. So from Lay Vampire, Eternal Youth, Energy, Newness, and Vitality. But then from Chakra Wisdom, Impatience. I think it's more about something new that's happening to you, that's like revitalizing you, but you're becoming impatient for something else to happen or more to happen because you already have this, right? But what are you impatiently waiting for now? So with Eternal Youth, it's saying that, you're going to be filled with this new energy, but that you're going to look good, you're going to feel good, your health is going to be good. People are going to be attracted to you and drawn to you right now. But it is about a new situation that does come through. But like I said, when you're looking at impatience, it's like trying to force something to happen here. And it's just saying, don't be too hasty because you could stop something really good from coming through if you try to force something to happen. Now, the card at a glance says, your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its own reward. So just stay present in this new energy, this new feeling, this new vitality. All right, here we go. Here is your overall for the week, the Page of Pentacles, and that's not bad. So every time I see this, I think of somebody who has learned something new and now they're wanting to apply that to get something new started, right? It is about putting in a lot of hard work and effort, starting at the bottom, working your way to the top. It may be that you're wanting something to progress more quickly than what it is, but we're just at the starting point. But, in terms of like messages being a page here, it's good messages, especially in terms of, finances. This is what helps you get something going or get something off the ground, right? But wanting to do something new here, wanting to start something new. Some of you may be wanting to go back to school because this is the student learning something new and applying that new knowledge. But let's see. Oh, and now I understand why impatience is coming through, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the past. Right, but slow and steady wins the race. And this is very methodical energy, especially between the two of them, and a lot of hard work. There are plans. You have plans. You've made plans. It's just, are you willing to keep going no matter how long it takes? And I go back to impatience and go, no. You may be moving slowly or somebody else is moving slowly here, but it's really about, sticking to what is going to work here to ultimately get to where you're wanting to be. But my problem is we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles as past, not what the overall is. So to me, it's saying that things are just moving slowly, and that's what's like holding up the show. In the present, wow, the Ace of Swords. So truth and clarity, speaking the truth, having the truth, knowing the truth. Getting absolute mental clarity on how to best move forward with the situation. And if you get that aha moment and that spark of inspiration, that may be why you're becoming impatient. We don't look at the Knight of Pentacles as, the original thinker. There's a certain way of doing things that is, tried and true, so to say. But with the Ace of Swords underneath that, it's like new inspiration, and wanting to act on that to get something going. Oh yeah, Cancer, wow. The Magician, manifesting that cool ass shit, hell yeah. And it's really about putting it into play now. So here's what I'm looking at here. For some of you, you've been wanting to get something going. And I feel like you've been wanting to get something going for a while because of this being the past coming through. Things may have been moving really slowly for you, but all of a sudden it's like, boom, it's like this breath of fresh air, new clarity. And here you are with the Magician wanting to apply it, right? when aces show up, they're great and all, but they don't mean a fucking thing if you're not willing to do something about it. And that is what the Magician does. It's saying that you have what you need to do this, right? It's about being confident in your ability to manifest this new beginning, to get something started here, thinking more clearly, having a better idea of what you need to do to get to where you want to be instead of things dragging ass. But it looks good. Your best path to follow, the Four of Swords. Now, I don't so much feel like you need to take a break. I think that for some of you, you really need to just kind of like stop trying to force things to happen, for one. You know, I mean, it's there for you, absolutely. But I feel more so that, you know, if you have this Ace of Swords showing up for you in this new aha moment, new clarity, it's like needing to take a minute to just sit with that, you know, before you actually start acting, right? You know, taking a break from busting your ass on something that just keeps moving in the same direction, you know, but like not taking a break from, you know, ultimately starting what you were wanting to in the first place. I just think clarity of thought more than anything with this, you know, and that's minor, you know, and it could be that you need to come out of silence though and say something with the Ace of Swords being there, right? Because I think of not just, you know, taking a break, finding your oasis, calling a truce, needing, you know, mental clarity, whatever. I also look at it and think there's no communication, you know. So are we needing to end this block in communication, start opening up and speaking up about something? Woo-wee! Cancer. Yay! It's a good one this time. The star in your environment connected to the Ace of Swords. It's like finally understanding that this was like dumb to be doing things this way. And I hate to say that. It's like finally understanding that, you know, maybe this wasn't the right way to go. Maybe this wasn't actually what you wanted. Boom, you have like this absolute like breakthrough here. You're looking at bigger and better things, which is very much a part of the star for me now, it seems like. And you still have an opportunity here to get something started. It's perfect. It's perfect. And I do think that if we're talking about communication, the minute that you open up and say something and stop waiting on somebody else to speak up, that's where you're going to start seeing things move in a better direction for you, you know, and it could open up the door to healing, right? Nice. It's nice. I like it. Your hopes and your fears, the Queen of Swords. So now for some of you, the way that I see this is if we're talking about another person that you're dealing with, when we're looking at the Queen of Swords, some of you may be fearing that they're going to cut you down before you're able to say anything. And that may be why we're looking at the Four of Swords here, you know, but I'm still looking at the star in your environment. Now, the hope and fear may be surrounding, you know, a person, or this is the energy that you're taking on because of a person. Are you feeling like, you know, you're going to be cold and shut off to new opportunities, new things? You know, do you have confidence in yourself? But I don't know. I feel more so, and you got Aquarius going on here, that you're dealing with a person, you know, but then hoping that you're going to be able to say what you need to say to them and actually be heard. You know, but I still see this is really good coming out here, regardless. But I do think that communication is what's needing to open up here too. Besides, you know, you acting on new ideas that are going to like break this kind of pattern here of things moving slowly, right? And then the Three of Pentacles, who are you working with? Now, oh my God. All right. With the King of Cups you're talking about, first of all, I see this as Cancer. I see you being, you know, the one to take an emotional distance rather than getting overly involved like Scorpio does, but also being a little bit more, you know, smart with your emotions, like having better control over it. But with the Three of Swords being there, you know, it could be that you're moving out of heartbreak here, but I don't like that this is what's coming out on this. Now, There may be a heartbreaking situation for a person involved, possibly, because you got two kings going on here. So now I'm looking at the Queen of Swords and thinking that, maybe some of you are needing to speak the truth to somebody about the fact that you may be moving on somewhere else, but it's like not an easy situation. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, and the threes are not good when you're talking about dealing with other people, because you're talking about the third party situation bullshit, which I hate it when that shit shows up, but really with the Three of Pentacles, it may be that you're wanting to put your effort in with somebody, but it makes me wonder if they don't accept it because of the energy of the Queen of Swords being hopes and fears. It's like you get what you're fearing here. With the King of Cups, it's like there's slow progress in getting back to, a better emotional state, or there may have been slow progress with someone. Then you're looking at the truth here with the King of Pentacles that is ultimately, in order for you to get some healing here. But are you not working with someone, or are you dealing with two different situations and being heartbroken at the fact that maybe one isn't working out? Which is a possibility here. Oh my goodness, Cancer. And I do think that with that Four of Swords being there, it's time to come out now. It's just time to come out and say something. Because, that's the only way that this situation is going to be healed. It's there in your environment. As far as the Queen of Swords, just be careful about how you communicate. But I think that this is more so, there's the feeling of the fear around somebody who's just cutting you out, or that you're needing to cut someone out because of these two kings sitting here and then the Three of Pentacles. Because you still have new energy happening. And you still have the potential here. And I don't see this as manipulation here. I see this as you. This is about you. Moving from a place where things have been dragging ass to let's, get moving now. But then needing to take care of another situation. Now, this could go either way. And I'll explain both here. But now, for those of you who are single looking at justice, right? This could be that for some of you, after, you or this other person have gone through a divorce, that you are now finding each other and you're finding your soulmate, which is possible. Some of you may have divorced your soulmate. But justice, though, and I say that because we're talking about legal situations, is really about fairness and balance, right? Being the card of Libra, Libra rules the 7th house. The 7th house having to do with relationships. It is about fairness and balance in the choices that you make when it comes to the relationships that you have. And it could be that you're weighing your option right now as far as who you feel like your soulmate is. Or hopefully some of you are getting into a more balanced situation with a soulmate. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, man, so the Seven of Pentacles, you're talking about laziness within a relationship, right? The ties that bind. You're still bound to each other, but there ain't shit happening. You're both being lazy when it comes to making the effort here to have a connection. So if you have new love showing up, are you going toward this because your partner is just like blah to you now? Or is this what's happening to you? Now with the Seven of Pentacles, if you're talking about, for those of you who are happy in a relationship, they could be changing into a new person where the relationship may have been like blah, and nobody's doing anything. Nobody's putting forth the effort. It's just lazy. It's half-hearted. It's like not fully there, but yet you're still bound to each other. It's one or the other here. You either have a new love coming through, and it's coming through because of the laziness within a relationship and things not happening, or somebody is changing who they were and kind of getting out of that like stagnation. It's just somebody is not making, neither one in the Seven of Pentacles, neither one of you are doing anything. It's just, it is what it is. Oh boy, Cancer. I don't know. The outcome on this, like, I felt great running through this. Like, it's not that bad. Everything looks really good. Then you hit the Queen of Swords, and all of a sudden, boom, it's like everything just. Psh. But I do think that, like I said, with the star being in your environment, the moment that you speak up and the truth is revealed, or you reveal your truth, there is the potential for healing and possibly a better start for you when it comes to working with a person in a relationship. All right, Cancer. So this to me looks like you either have somebody coming out and speaking the truth to you, or you're doing this to somebody else. It's one or the other here. But it's really about who here is being heartbroken. Who is going through the heartbreak based on the truth, right? I do still think, though, that with the Three of Pentacles coming out on this and looking at the Magician and the Page of Pentacles being the overall, that absolutely there's potential for you to have a new beginning here and to start something new. You can do this and you can put in your effort and start working with somebody new, but who is getting the boot? With the Queen of Swords being there, and then looking at the Ace of Swords, yeah, somebody is, and I think it's you because of this being your best path to follow. With the Four of Swords, like I said, cut off in communication, needing to speak up and say something. But the only way that there's going to be healing for you is if the truth absolutely comes out once and for all. Now, like I said, we could flip the script on this, but I'm looking at you needing to come out because of the Four of Swords being your advice. But, I still think that this may have been a situation that you may have been like dragging ass on, or somebody else has been like moving too slowly. Because I still see you getting the aha moment and needing to work towards something else. But unfortunately, somebody is going to get hurt coming out of this. And it may be you, it may be the other person, but you have two people here that you're dealing with. You could be talking about air, water, or earth. But I do think that the King of Cups is really about you getting control over your emotions here. But then I do think that the King of Pentacles is somebody on the outside. Or, like I said, it could be two different people. But with the Three of Pentacles, who are you working with? Who's getting the boot? Who is the one that's going to be heartbroken? And who are you actually going to start putting your time and effort into? Especially if you're in a situation that's just been moving too slow for too long for you. Which could absolutely be the case. But the thing is, with the star being in the environment, to me, it's like the only way that there's going to be healing is if the truth does come out, or that the truth is accepted. Now, you, though, are showing brand new energy with eternal youth, but then becoming impatient. So it may be you that has something completely brand new that you're wanting to get going, but you're becoming impatient because there's another situation that may need to be dealt with, which is possible here. And again, very general, not going to be for everybody. But I think I'm talking to the Cancers that are dealing with two different people and heartbreak surrounding one. And then ultimately the truth coming out, but it's going to create healing, more so for you, but also for the other person eventually. Now, as far as relationships go, for those of you who are single, soulmate and justice, either you or the other person here may have been divorced and now you're going to your soulmate, right? But with justice, again, it's about fairness and balance, right? Fairness and balance in a soulmate situation, needing to get to a place where wrongs are being fixed too. But it's not like somebody's trying to come in and like force you to be okay with what they may have done. It's like major wrongs that need to be corrected. Accountability shows up with that. But divorce, though, too, for someone. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, new love, and then you have the Seven of Pentacles. When you're looking at the Seven of Pentacles, this is laziness, it's tiredness, it's somebody not putting any energy into the relationship, but you're still bound. You're still bound to each other here. Now, with new love, it could be that you are looking at somebody new because there is no new energy happening within an existing relationship, which is a possibility. Now, for those of you who are happy, you're seeing your partner as a new person because they may have been like lazy in the relationship before, but now they're bringing in new energy, which is possible. Either way, Cancer, the people that you're dealing with right now, like I said, with the Three of Swords, right, it's really on whether or not somebody can accept the truth of a situation, more so than anything else. But ultimately, like I said, healing is still there. But with the Queen of Swords, again, I think somebody is going to get the boot. But the question then becomes, who are you putting your time and effort into? Who is it that you really want to start working with?